Shock Monkey Radio is entertainment for adults, by adults, and the views and opinions expressed here do not reflect upon the sponsors or FXBG Public Radio. For additional information, please refer to the United States Bill of Rights. Stand warned.
Did you have a happy Halloween? Did you? Did you have a happy Halloween? So, I didn't get to see a whole lot of costumes. I had to work, but I did, there's always candy laying around afterwards, you know what I mean? And so, I didn't see a whole lot of good costumes. So if you want to tweet me some good costumes that you saw, some pics you saw, I would really appreciate that, because I didn't see a whole lot of great costumes. And in fact, all the best costumes I saw were on Twitter or X, whatever. Anyway, I would appreciate that. But did you have some candy? I had some candy. Did you have candy? Did you have a lot of chocolate? See, we didn't have a whole lot. The candy that was left over, see, what happened was, my folks said that, 25% of the kids that came up said they had peanut allergies. And I was like, what are you doing to these kids? How are you denying kids Snickers? That's the point. It's why are you denying kids Snickers? The best candy bar ever invented. And I come home to a big pile of them because my parents, we'll just pick them out and give them to Scott since he loves them so much. And so there's a bunch of Snickers. I come home to a big pile of it, and I'm like, who doesn't take Snickers? It's a mean mom who wants to deny their kid. Because every other candy bar, if you ask me, is a tease. Every time I have a Twix, I'm thinking of a Snickers. I'm thinking, damn, a Snickers is better than a Twix. You know what I'm having a Kit Kat, and it's I appreciate the low number of calories, but this is not as good as a Snickers. Kit Kat is not as good as Snickers. So every other kind of candy bar is just not the same as a Snickers. And I got a whole pile of them. And I wasn't that drunk last night, but I'm pretty sure 50% of the Snickers bars that I had were smooth. What is up with this? Have you heard anything about this? Because I did a little bit of, I wasn't that drunk. I've seen 50%. I don't think I was that drunk. You don't really hallucinate when you're drinking either. But 50% of the Snickers, fun-size Snickers bars I had were smooth. So I did a little research into this, and so apparently they may transition to the smooth type of Snickers bar, as opposed to, I don't even want to say the word that they used for this type of Snickers bar. They say it looks like a vein. Okay? I don't even want to say what people are saying it looks like. And if you're using that word and you saying that looks like a blank vein, you don't know how to Snickers. All right? If you're looking at a candy bar and you think dick, there's something wrong with your brain. You understand? That's not our fault. And when you say, you got to take that out of there because that makes me think of something, it's that's on you. And two, you're cheating everybody out of chocolate. That's the best part of the Snickers, is where the chocolate is thickest. You're ruining it for everybody because you have dick on your brain. It's not us. It doesn't even taste, I hear, it doesn't even taste the same. So I don't understand this thing with the Snickers. All right. I guess it's still good either way. But I mean, if I had a preference, I'm still hey, Subway, bring back this trench cut. You know what I'm talking about? What a mess they are now. That trench cut, they almost never made a mess. Anyway, Snickers rant. And let me tell you something about Twix too. All right, Twix, why are you making us choose sides? Why are you making us choose sides that are relative, that change rapidly? That change rapidly. If I hand you one of those Twix, one of them is to my right and to my left. I hand them to you, they're two completely different ones. You know what I mean? If you drop your Twix on the floor and it's upside down and you pick up your Twix bars, what?
First of all, it doesn't matter, because 2 for me, none for you.
Right. Right. And I'm getting a lot of these little tiny single Twix, and it has TWIX on it. And it's I'm sorry, that's a Twix. You cannot put Twix on the label if there's less than 2. If there's anything other than 2. Twix, TW, in twins, it implies a pair. All right, and how dare you try to make us choose between which Twix is right or left, right or wrong. You get those little single ones, the Twix the Twix. It's Twix either way, I guess, if you're talking about them in the plural sense. But I get one Twix, and it has right on it. And I was like, well, and then I get another one that says left on it. It's not like I'm not going to eat the left one, because there is no right or left when it's a single. Why are you making us do this? Why are you making me argue about this? I know this campaign's been out there for a while. I know it's been a long time. But when you're sitting there stuffing Twix into your drunk ass face, hey, you got a lot of thoughts about it. Good thing I got my laptop open. So I don't think that, candy should be involved in these kinds of fights, So if a candy company says, hey, your candy bar looks like a dick, and it's like, you don't know candy bars. All right? That's your problem. You need to go see a psychiatrist if you're looking at a candy bar and thinking dick. That's not our problem. So we're not going to change our perfect recipe that's, has, been selling for like hotcakes for a long time. Same thing with Twix. Excuse me, I'm still 86%. Same thing with Twix. Your product is good enough. You don't need to get involved in this fight. And so when I was thinking about all this, I was also thinking about Jeremy's Chocolates, the chocolate company that Jeremy Boring founded, and they have the he, him, and she, her bars. One has nuts and one doesn't. And if you don't know, that's kind of the point. You failed 5th grade biology, and you need to go back to school. You need to learn science again. All right. But it's not like I got any, when I searched my niece's bag last night, it's not like I found any he, him, or she, her bars in there. Seems to me the only rich people give out Jeremy's Chocolates. People like us, the common people, we got to be confused and argue about Twix and Snickers.